Listen, if you haven't noticed, we're entering a new era. Everything is changing fast. The way we buy, the way we work, the way we live, and even the way we do business. We are now entering what experts are calling the digital expertise goldmine. And there are a bunch of 20-year-olds that are taking advantage of it, making as much as a lawyer every single month from the comfort of their own home, without having any degree or work experience. Now, you probably clicked on this video because you want to start making money online. So pay attention, because I'm about to show you how to take advantage of this new information economy with virtually no startup capital at all, and how you can get results like these in just a matter of weeks. Now, I like to be very real and honest and clear. Just because I got these results doesn't mean you will. After all, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. So I like to always make this clear before any training, because my reputation is the most important thing for me. So I like to be very clear and honest. I certainly cannot guarantee you that you're going to get results like me and like a lot of the people I work with have gotten, because at the end of the day, nothing in life is guaranteed. You're not guaranteed that you'll wake up tomorrow. You're not guaranteed when you drive your car, you won't get into a car crash. You're not even guaranteed that the job you work at right now won't fire you tomorrow. However, what I can show you is the results of others who are using this simple model that I'm about to show you. Like Pranav, who in August of 2024 was only making $3,000 a month, to now in January of 2025 bringing over $20,000 every month. Or Sam, who literally in November was making $0 to now in the end of January of 2025 bringing in $40,000 that he pocketed and put into his pocket. Or Kyle, who literally in his very first day made $1,000 that he put into his pocket. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Leonardo Santos. And if you're looking for the best way to start making money online without having to invest 10 hours of fulfillment for your clients, selling thousands and thousands of units to make any money, or investing your whole entire life savings, I'm going to be showing you the 4-step plug and play strategy that 20-year-olds all over the world are using to get paid as much as a doctor in just the next 23 minutes. Now, there are 3 reasons why this model works so well. Number 1, it is a model where you don't need to have a degree or work experience. Number 2, it is an exploding industry. And number 3, it takes advantage of the new digital expertise goldmine that the market is headed to. The way most people approach an online business in 2025 is the reason why 90% of them fail. Most people try to start with drop shipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, real estate, but they don't take the time to evaluate. These business models are just not for beginners. Now, let me be real. Some online models will allow you to make millions a year, but they will be really hard if you don't have the capital or the skill level to start. While others will allow you to make up to 6 figures while being realistically attainable if you're just starting out. Now, people end up, when they try to start a new business, especially nowadays, spending a ton of time, getting frustrated and losing all their savings, and then eventually end up quitting and never trying to start a business again. Now, what if you decided to analyze how these business models actually work, like a chess player that analyzes his chessboard? Now, there are 4 key metrics that come into play when evaluating this. Number 1, the startup capital. Number 2, profit margin. Number 3, fulfillment. And number 4, the demand. Now, startup capital, what does this mean? How much money you need to start up the business. Profit margin, how much money you keep after all expenses are paid, like running ads, payroll, etc. Number 3, fulfillment, the process of delivering the product or service your customer purchased. And number 4, the demand, number of people looking to buy your product or service. Now, let's analyze these business models. The first one that we have is drop shipping. Now, drop shipping usually is selling a physical product and shipping them directly from your supplier straight to your customer. Now, the startup capital for drop shipping is anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 because you need to invest into ads and all these different things. And then the profit margin is anywhere between 10 to 60%. Now, the thing about drop shipping that a lot of these people do not tell you is that number 1, you're going to have to invest a lot of money into ads and test products. Nowadays, you could test 20 products that fail before you even get one winning product. So you have to have even more money to spend on ads to test the products. Now, in 2025, customers are now more aware of drop shipping and they only buy products that are branded, meaning you need to run an actual e-commerce brand, which will cost even more to start up because you have to brand it and you actually have to get people on payroll. Now, the fulfillment is medium and the demand is honestly pretty low. Let's look at affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing takes anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 to get started. The profit margin is anywhere between 10 to 40%. The thing about affiliate marketing that nobody tries to tell you is that you have to invest into ads. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what if I do organic content creation? Yes, that could work. However, unless you're the luckiest person on the planet, it could take anywhere between 3 to 6 months minimum to build an audience that would actually even want to buy your product. And the fulfillment, of course, is extremely easy because you're not going to be the one fulfilling on the product. And the demand, it varies depending on what offer or product you're selling. Now, let's look at Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA takes anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 to get started, because at the end of the day, you need $1,000 to $5,000 in stock. And also, by the way, you do have the risk of getting stuck with all this stock and having no idea what to do with it if you get the wrong product and you just cannot sell it in quantities high enough. Now, the fulfillment, it's medium because, of course, Amazon is going to be fulfilling it for you. Now, the demand, it's extremely easy and it is very high. All right, now let's look at real estate. Real estate to start up takes anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 to get started. The profit margins are anywhere between 20 to 40%, of course, depending on what type of real estate you're doing. Now, of course, you invest tens of thousands of dollars into a property to get slim profit margins, depending on, of course, what model of real estate you do. And of course, the fulfillment is extremely easy and the demand is medium, depending on the location that you're in. Like if you're in Miami, demand is pretty high, but if you're in the middle of America or the middle of nowhere, of course, the demand is going to be very low. So it really does vary. Now, do you guys understand why it's so hard to choose the right model? And so now the question becomes, what would be the ideal model to make money online in the beginning? Well, let's brainstorm an ideal model together. The ideal model, the startup capital will be close to $0. You don't want to risk high amounts of money. Now, profit margin, of course, 100%, because we want to be able to keep every single penny and keep everything you make. And in the fulfillment, no fulfillment, of course. So you could go ahead and not have to worry about customer satisfaction, and the demand, high demand. Now, with all these criterias, I can confidently say that there is one solution that fits the ideal beginner model that clients pay $3,000 up to $20,000 for. You don't need to fulfill and be a slave to your customers. And also, you don't need to have startup capital. Now, before I talk about how 20-year-olds are taking an advantage of the digital expertise goldmine and they don't have to worry about fulfillment, let's think about the whole scenario that the world has been going through the last couple of years. Less people are going to college because they've realized that they've been lied to, that the school system's information is outdated. They have also realized that getting a degree is not a guarantee for getting a high-paying job. And a lot of people also, by the way, have been getting degrees that they currently do not use. So the alternative is that everyone now needs education that gets results. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock for the past couple of years, the information economy right now is exploding. At the time of this recording of this video, the info product industry is expected to hit a $243 billion industry market cap this year. You've probably seen a lot of people selling informational products like ebooks, courses, and coaching. And there's a ton of influencers that need someone to close their deals for them so they could focus on making content and getting more customers. So the demand is way higher to find people to sell their product or service for them, which means this is a gigantic gap in the market. If you haven't noticed already, that the business model is selling high ticket programs for coaches. I'll explain exactly what high ticket programs are in a minute. However, this might be one of the best opportunities of the decade right in front of your eyes. Now, let's take a step back because you're probably thinking, okay, but I don't have a program to sell. And that leads us right into this unique opportunity of the new digital expertise goldmine. People don't have any programs to sell, but guess what? Influencers and coaches and gurus and all these people do have digital products to sell, which means you don't have to actually have a product to sell. You could just sell other people's products. For example, I'm pretty sure you guys heard of the name of Grant Cardone, Tai Lopez, Alex Hormozi. These are all big names. However, they all have one thing in common. They all sell info products and they have salespeople that sells the products for them. And they make a commission that they get to pocket without having to worry about fulfillment. Now, many people have a negative reaction to info products and selling. However, all of you guys have been raised with info products and sales. Let me explain. Did you go to school when you were younger? You probably did, right? Well, good. That's an informational product. Have you ever read a book? You probably have. Great. A book is an informational product. It's just a different type of packaging. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, but Leo, I'm not a salesperson. Believe it or not, I wasn't born a salesperson either. I was actually born a baby. But you can learn how to sell just like how you could learn how to ride a bike. Let me explain. Have you ever went to a concert that you really wanted to go to, so you started inviting all your friends and you convinced them to go? Well, guess what? That was a sell. You sold them on going to the concert, they bought the tickets, but you just didn't get paid on it. So the truth is, we're always selling, and even the biggest institutions like the school system are selling information and charging tens of thousands of dollars a year just for people to buy that information. And what we do is the exact same thing through what I call digital gold mine. What we do is find coaches that have 10,000 followers or more that are selling a high ticket info product, which usually if you find these coaches or these mentors online on Instagram, if you look at their bio, you will see that they have a link that's to a landing page for them to sell a product. Number two, you sell their product for them anywhere between $5,000 to $50,000 and you make a commission. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to sell a product that's $200 because then you'll only make $20. But if you sell a $5,000 product, or you'll make $500. If you sell a $20,000 product, you'll make $2,000, and so on and so on. And of course, you have the coach and the mentor focus on fulfilling the service while all you have to worry about is collecting cold, hard cash. How to start making money with this through our 4-step plug and play system. Now, the 4 steps to making $10,000 a month as a high ticket sales rep in the next 90 days. Number 1, the setup. Number 2, you have to pick. Number 3, reach out. And number 4, take calls. So if you execute this properly, number 1, you will find a coach and a mentor. Your one deal is anywhere between $5,000, 10% commission of that is $500. Close one deal a day for 23 days, $500 every single day. That's $11,500 a month. And then that's $138,000 a year. To make this in a regular job, by the way, you'll need qualifications, you'll need decades of work experience, and you have to work like a slave for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. When you start high ticket selling, $100K a year is honestly just normal. Step 1, the setup. The first step is to get an Instagram account. And if you already have one, make sure you have good pictures, of course, because your Instagram nowadays is your resume. So make sure you don't have yourself doing anything crazy or out of the ordinary, like throwing up gang signs or showing anything explicit. That's literally all the startup costs you really need, to be honest with you, right? The reason why you want your Instagram is because that's how you're going to reach out to these coaches. And the first thing they're going to see is your profile. Now, step number 2. Pick a niche. A few questions you have to ask yourself before deciding on a niche. Number 1, is your ideal coach or mentor, do they have more than 10,000 followers on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever social media that you're looking at? The reason why this is important is because you need to have an audience and lead flow to sell products for. So check if they have engagement on their profile also, because there's a lot of people on Instagram, believe it or not, they have hundreds of thousands of followers, but they only get 500 likes, right? So you have to see their engagement if people are actually engaging with them. The second question you want to ask yourself is, do you understand the niche that they are in? You honestly, and this is my biggest thing, is you want to sell products that you honestly truly believe in. If you don't believe in real estate, why would you sell products in real estate? If you don't believe in fitness, why would you sell products in fitness? And at the end of the day, if you love fitness, for example, you will be more likely to sell those products because that is something you truly believe in, is AKA fitness. So if you love fitness, sell products that are transformational based and help people get into the best shape of their life. And by the way, guys, the reason why belief is so important, imagine if your father, for example, had cancer and you found a cure for it. Would you not do everything in your power to have your father take the cure? Of course you would, because you believe in the product and you care about your father. And that's the same thing when it comes to selling digital products. Number 1, of course, is find a niche. You know the prospect's pain. And number 3, you know the concerns that they have and how to wrap up the deal because you know their pain points. You're talking to your ideal client. Now, the third question you want to ask yourself is, are they posting content and also running ads? Now, the reason this is important is because if they're running ads, that means there are people actually clicking those links and showing up and showing interest. And if they're posting content, that means that they are nurturing. What nurturing basically means is that people are getting familiar with the person, the coach, the mentor that you choose to work with, right? So those are 2 key components. Step 3, reach out. Now, there's many ways to do outreach, but these are the 4 simple ones. Number 1, Loom. Number 2, Instagram DMs. Number 3, email. And number 4, selfie videos. Now, what a Loom is very simple. It's basically a screen recording, and sometimes you can even put your face on there. It's called loom.com. You could go on Google and search it up, and you could go ahead and record videos from your computer introducing yourself. Instagram DMs, very simple. You're just sending a message to them on Instagram. Number 3, email. Now, a lot of coaches and mentors, they do have emails in their bios that you could go ahead and send an email to them. And now selfie videos. Selfie videos are important because you could literally record a video on your phone, showing your face, introducing yourself, and sending it to them. Pro tip, sending selfie videos or Loom videos showing your face and speaking will make you stand out from everybody else. Because believe it or not, majority of people just love sending messages and expect somebody to respond. But if you show your face, yourself talking, a Loom video introducing yourself, and they're going to be a lot more likely to want to go ahead and hire you. If there is an email in their bio that you can get in contact with, by the way, send them an email with the Loom attached, and also send them an Instagram DM. You want to go ahead and be omnipresent. You want to be able to hit them from every angle. So if they don't see your Instagram DM or your selfie video on Instagram, guess what? They're going to see it on their email, because majority of these people are business owners. They check their emails, right? Now, remember this. This is where most people give up, by the way. 99% of people will give up at this point. So the 1% that keeps going are the ones that are going to achieve success. So create a pipeline of 100 people you would want to work with and reach out to them. Now, the way you find these 100 people are very simple. You could go on Instagram and type in #mentor, #coach, or you could honestly just scroll and you can see a bunch of ads, follow them. Or also you could go ahead and just scroll and see people talking about self-improvement, fitness, business, all these different things, and you could go ahead and just follow them and then create a pipeline on a Google Sheet and put their name, their Instagram handle, and then just create that and then reach out to them every single day. And remember to always follow up, because these are busy people. They might not see your message or email the first time. So you have to remember, you have to follow up with them and always be in front of their face. If you can show perseverance, they are a lot more likely to hire you, because if you're able to follow up with them, imagine what you're going to do with their leads, right? So step number 4, take sales calls. In the beginning, you will start off as an appointment setter if you have no experience, to be honest, right? And like I said, I like to be very real and honest. A setter, by the way, is someone that calls leads, qualifies them, and set them up for a sales call with the closer. Now, what is a closer? A closer is someone that closes deals and helps the prospect make a decision to buy. You have to earn your stripes. As a setter, the company you work with will have scripts that you can use when calling their leads. They will make it very easy for you. And honestly, some companies even have training for you. Make sure the company also has a CRM. And what is a CRM? It's a customer relationship manager, right? This way, everything is organized and you can reach out to leads very easily. As a closer, this takes more skill. That's why I said earn your stripes, because if you can't make someone commit to showing up to a call, what makes you think you can make them commit to a $10,000 program, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, warning. If you try to do this alone, you'll probably spend a few months initially trying to figure out how things work, right? And this can happen because you picked the wrong offer, you don't have the skill set, or number 3, you might be making a specific mistake on your outreach efforts that could honestly get your response rate close to 0. But if you can solve these problems, the rewards are definitely worth it. Because the reality is, the online education industry is only going to keep growing, and more offer owners are going to need salespeople to close deals for them. And to simplify it, there are not enough salespeople out there that are actually good. So if you could become the best, you will have an unfair advantage. And now is the time to take advantage of the new digital expertise goldmine. So the question becomes, how can I get results like these? Well, option number 1, take the information I've given you today and try to figure it out by yourself, which, by the way, you can definitely do, and I honestly encourage you to do so. However, you'll most likely lose valuable months or even years trying to figure out everything on your own. Long term, it's probably going to be more expensive because it's going to take you more money or more tries or even more time for you to go ahead and figure this out that you could honestly save. And that's exactly the reason why I created Sales Expert Academy, a program where I take you by the hand and show you exactly everything you need to do from 0 to $10,000 a month in sales in record time. Now, that's the second option, choosing to join the program with the best success studies in the industry. Every single success story you've seen during this video has gone through my program. We take complete beginners and help you, number one, learn how to sell, negotiate, and close deals. We place you into remote offers to sell for some of the biggest names in the space. And number three, we make you a master at handling objections. Because when you do it with the help from experts who have done what you want to do, it helps you speed up the process a lot faster. We are living right now in the best moment in history to start high ticket sales. That means the more you wait, the more you're missing out on the 5-figure monthly commissions that you could be getting paid today. Now, one of my mentors in the past, when I first got started in this industry, he told me, Leo, there are two types of people in the world. There are the creators and there are the victims. The creators, they take full responsibility for everything that happens in their life, and they believe that they could create the desires that they want. They could create the dream life that they want. Anything that they can envision, they can create. And then there's the second type of person, the victims, which watch other people succeed and blame every single reason other than themselves for their misfortunes. And they complain, and they whine why they cannot get results. And he told me, Leo, which one are you? So I beg to ask you guys the same question. What type of person are you? Are you a creator or are you a victim? So if you want to learn how to start making $10,000 a month in high ticket info selling, and this is something you are looking to pursue, click the link below this video and schedule up a call with my team. And we're going to go ahead and sit down and see if this is something that we could actually help you do and to take you to the next level. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are serious about this, click the link down below. You can schedule up the call. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side.